Welcome everyone to our webinar, The Key to Successful Domain Management, Com Laude Intelligence. The topics we're going to cover today are right-sizing, security, and brand protection, all in the context of successful domain management. Please, if you have any questions, write them in the chat and we will reach out to you after the webinar. Today, panelists are Kate Reed, Lead Portfolio Strategist, Zach Roche, Senior Product Strategist, Tim Brown, Head of Brand Protection, and myself, Hayat Hussain, Chief Operating Officer at Com Laude. Kate, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Hayat. So, as I said, I'm the lead portfolio strategist here at Com Laude, and one of my main roles is helping our domain strategist team and helping our clients get the most out of their domain portfolios. So that's looking at, have they got the right domains in their portfolio? Is there any they can let go? Are they doing the right things? Have they got the right registration strategies in place? And up until recently, that's been quite a manual process where we've had to kind of really interrogate the domain portfolios. We've had to download a lot of spreadsheets. We've had to do a lot of various lookups and digs, etc., to try and get that data. So our life has become a lot easier recently with the development of Com Laude Intelligence. So I'm going to talk about right-sizing, and what I wanted to do was just kind of show how I would go about starting to right-size a portfolio using Com Laude Intelligence. So I'm sharing my screen now, and we're just going to dig into the data. So we've got a made-up company, imaginary company called Tyrrell Core. And Tyrrell Core own a couple of hundred domain names, all doing various things in various places, and they need some help. They need some help to right size. They need some help to make sure their security is correct. They need some help to make sure they've got the right domains in their portfolio. So Com Laude Intelligence is where we're going to start to do this work. So the first thing we do is when we log into Com Laude Intelligence, we see we've got a few insights. And I'm going to focus in on just two of these, I think. So the two I'm going to focus in are, there's some domains in our portfolio that we could review for obsolescence. We could review to see that maybe these aren't doing so much for us. And then there's domains in our portfolio that the system is ranking as critical, but don't have locked. So what does critical mean? Com Laude Intelligence runs some algorithms and it determines whether a domain name is doing a lot for your business or doing a little for your business. So where it's doing a lot, it might have a live website, MX records, A records, a variety of different sort of things going on with it that make it important. It might match your key brand. It might be in a key territory. There are lots of different aspects that we might look at, and the system will determine that this is an important domain name. Then the system's going to interrogate the domain name and say, oh, actually, you haven't got a registry lock on this. This name is really important for you, but you haven't got a registry lock. So that's how we start to interrogate the portfolio and see where maybe there's enhancements and changes we can make to the security. We're also looking at other categories of domain names. So for example, we've got our domains that we're reviewing for obsolescence. So I can click into this and I can see that actually there's a few names here. They're not really doing anything. They're not resolving to a website. They're maybe in CCTLDs that aren't very interesting for the client, or in jurisdictions that aren't very interesting, or new GTLDs that aren't very relevant. And then we can kind of ask the question to the client, do you need to keep these? If you do need to keep these for brand protection reasons or for future proofing, then point these at something. Make your portfolio work for you. Get it to redirect to your main site or redirect to your local site. Do something with it. If there's no reason to use it, then maybe you could lapse that name and then reinvest that elsewhere in your portfolio, like on your registry locks or your SSL certificates or more security. So that's how we're sort of assigning importance and assigning value to the portfolio. Is we sort of look at the value distribution, we look at what the domain's doing, and then we're able to kind of give our customers really good advice on what domains are working hard, what domains aren't working at all, and what domains need to work a little bit harder, as it were. The other thing that we look at when we're right-sizing a portfolio is has our client got the right registrations in the right place. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit to our gap analysis. So the first thing we'll see here is we've got a world map, and this is essentially showing our customers where you've got your registrations in the world. So for Tyrrell Core, I would be looking at this and I would be advising, well, Tyrrell Core, I know that you've got a good European presence here, but for some reason you haven't registered a .pt domain. Maybe you need to consider registering a .pt to just really branch out your European footprint. You can also see, oh, well, you don't have any Scandinavian domains. So is that an area of interest? Yes, it is. Maybe consider registering your .ses, your .nos, your .fis. You can also see a big issue here with Tyrrell Core. They haven't registered a .cn name. And that would be kind of a red flag. Why haven't you registered a .cn? Maybe that's where we can look at expanding our portfolio. So this is a really good just visual to help our clients really see globally, does their domain registration portfolio match their business? Does it match where they're active, where they've got sales, where they've got businesses, where they've got local offices? And this has been really powerful, I think, for our clients to really see how well they're covered. We can then go a little bit deeper into a gap analysis, and we can look at the whole portfolio, and we could look at maybe the top 50 domains or terms or brands that they have and look at how they're registered. So the system at the moment is just looking at UK's because I've asked the system, I thought, this client's currently only interested in UK domains. So the system will do the looks and will check to see what's available. We can set lots of different territories, or we could do a specific brand gap analysis if there's kind of territory specific to your brand. So we can do lots of different things. And set this gap analysis up to really run and really be specific to what you're looking for us to do. So that's my approach to right-sizing the domain portfolios right now. Is there any questions from the panel?
Kate, in terms of the rankings that are given there, diagram up at the top right-hand corner that you showed first, do those change over time? Because I know that some clients have had problems with a static list and a static assessment that as soon as it's produced on a spreadsheet goes out of date. Is this?
Yeah, so that's a really good question, Tim. Yes, it does change. So this system is live. So it's continuously collecting the data, continuously refining itself. So every time you log in to Com Laude Intelligence, you're seeing an up-to-date look at what your portfolio looks like today and what it's doing today.
So that's going to change over time.
So it's going to change over time. Yeah, exactly. So
you're going to. Sorry, okay.
Yes, it is going to change over time, and it's going to really inform your decision making that for your portfolio. So what you're seeing on the day you log in is what's happening. So you can make the best decisions for now and for the future because you always have this up to date view.
So I suppose the very satisfying thing is you're going to see when the changes that you've put in place to your portfolio, where you're going to see those categories change over time, and hopefully the obsolete domains, those are going to disappear eventually because you've got your portfolio working for you.
Yeah, exactly, Sam. Exactly. So if we look at these obsolete domains, if, for example, Tyrrell Core decided to point all of these or redirect them all at their main site, we'd probably see these move up to maybe category 3 or 4, to that sort of supporting category. And equally, if they decided to that they didn't need some of these and they were going to kind of re-register different domain names and put them to use, we'd see those names disappear altogether out of the portfolio, and then those new domain names we'd imagine to go in maybe in a supporting or in a critical phase.
Cool. Thanks, Kate.
Thank you. Kate, is the Com Laude Intelligence a different environment, or where does it sit in the Com Laude portal?
It sits within the Com Laude portal. So when you log into the Com Laude portal with your single sign-on, you will it'll be kind of one of your options along here. So you'll have your domains, your reports, your DNS, and intelligence will be one of those options for you.
And it seems that Com Laude Intelligence is powerful in terms of visualization. Do you agree with that? And what is the rationale of having everything visualized? And what made you take that route?
This might be a question for Tim as well, but from my perspective as a lead strategist, being able to show our customers what's actually happening in the portfolio, and being able to give them those visualizations, I think has really helped them understand the portfolios. Bearing in mind that there's lots of different users of a domain portfolio, and our clients, they might be marketing people, as you said, Hyatt, they might be legal people, they might be tech people. So they're generalists in domain portfolios, but not experts. As it were. So being able to have these visualizations, I think really helps people understand domain names. It really helps them understand what's happening in the portfolios, and crucially helps them make those kind of critical decisions for their business about what to do with their domains.
I think also, just to leap in there, I think traditionally portfolio reports, you get them in a spreadsheet in Excel or a CSV, and humans being as we are, it's really difficult to see patterns in spreadsheets. It's, you've got a list of 500 domains, 1,000 domains, lots and lots of data, scrolling to the right. Really difficult to spot patterns, and this is, I think, what we were trying to do with intelligence, was to, as Kate showed earlier, show it on a world map, and then you can map these onto the real world. And I think it's I found it really, really useful.
Thank you. So what I'm hearing is it's a dynamic system. It's within the same environment where a client manages their portfolio. Do I need to be a client to be able to use intelligence?
No, so we can upload any portfolios into Com Laude Intelligence. So whilst we run this as part of the service for our clients, if you are not part of the Com Laude family yet, then please reach out and we'll be able to run your portfolio through the system and give you some of these insights.
And just to jump in on that, actually, it also is helpful for portfolios that happen to be split within multiple registrars. Some of our clients end up working with multiple registrars, and it can be equally as useful for those clients as well, because we can add them into our system as managed by other, and we can follow the information the same way as it would be part of your portfolio with us.
Great point, Zach.
Just on that, actually, Kate, is when this is working with a client's portfolio and new registrations are happening, and domains are being lapsed, as you have with the dynamic portfolio, do those new registrations automatically get added and the old ones taken off this? Does it keep up with the portfolio, or is it?
Yeah, exactly. So the system's dynamic. So as your portfolio changes over time, you have new registrations, you set names to lapse, you point a name at a website, you stop pointing a name at a website and do something else with it. The system will keep up with that. So you always have a pretty up-to-date view of what's happening on a particular day.
Thank you. So what we're hearing, it's dynamic system, it's real time. The changes are real time. It's the same environment, and it's visualized, and you can clearly see where you need to look and make decisions.